this New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Here's Smith to return it. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Christian McCaffrey. His pops was a Giant for 3 years. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down to... clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Giants are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That's caught by Galladay. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Touchdown, Giants! Kenny Galladay, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now,
trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Get on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. On the run, this will be Anderson. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Darnold on target to Moore for the Panther first. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold. Buying time to his left. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. Anderson loses the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. It's a gain of 35. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. Throwing, Jones. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Now Jones. Flushed out right. His throw incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 21-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, a guy that can beat you in so many ways. He's a threat to go the distance literally every time he touches the football.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates. They're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to it. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
From the 6. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
23 yards on the play.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Derek Brown able to record his 5th sack of the season. 2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Jones hit, and the ball's out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that's caught inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Off the play fake. Jones. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. Throwing on first down. Jones. Open man right side is Tony. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Jones forced out to his left. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Daniel Jones as the first half is winding down. And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gano the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. That is caught by Anderson. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Off of play action, Darnold. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Giants will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So that PI call will give them one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one unless there's another defensive penalty.
Jones now. A final shot before break. And he's going to go down. So they pass up the field goal attempt to go for 6, but as a result, they leave points on the field, and that's going to do it for this first half.
Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Flush to his right. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's a throw out wide to Anderson.
Donald's pass complete to Robbie Anderson.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. Spinning past him. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
108 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the 50, it's Darnold. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And some room to roam now. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Second and 10.
To throw is Darnold. That's caught right side by Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14.
Panthers 14. St. Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
From the 6. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jones. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Off play action, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He's got him in. Complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Check back 33, check back 33. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
114 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones.
Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Gano the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here. Play action. It's Darnold.
And he will find the rookie from LSU, Terrace Marshall.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Darnold, a quick throw to Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds after his short pickup, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Here's Darnold. Off to Thomas on the left side. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley.
Big Derek Brown making the stop.
Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. On third down, Barkley. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.